Tune in as James Cruz brings you Managed Money. Listen to James offer up his insights on investor behaviour, wealth management and strategies on how to retire right.
Hi and welcome to episode 5 of Managed Money. James Cruz here from Evolution Financial Planning. Great to be here with you again for this episode. Today we want to discuss that old chestnut, which is how much money is enough for retirement, and in particular, how much superannuation do you need? I guess from the get-go, I would really like to just discuss, when I talk about retirement funding, superannuation is just a flash word for that. So it doesn't matter how much you've got. We look at your total balance sheet, which includes super and non-super assets, and then trying to maximize the opportunities of getting as much money into superannuation, because that as an entity is superior, because once you're over age 60, you can generate a retirement income stream tax-free from those funds. So we look to drive as much capital into there as we possibly can. That could be cash contributions, business sales, a whole different range of transferring of direct shares. We have the capacity to put as much money as we can into there to fund that retirement income stream. If there's money outside super, that's not a huge problem, even in today, and I guess that's as a result of low interest rates. A good rate is about 2.5%, 2.8% if you can get it. Even on $1 million as a couple, you're generally not going to pay tax on those earnings because the amounts are still below the tax-free threshold. So even having $1 million all loaded up into just a term deposit is still tax effective. But obviously we want to guarantee that, and that's why we use superannuation as that entity. I'm referencing an article that I've got from the ABC News site, which was published yesterday, which is the 10th of May. And the heading is "Superannuation is an election sleeper, but how much do you really need?" So what I'm looking at, there is a graphic here which is provided by the Association of Superannuation Funds of Australia. So when we talk about funding, yes, we need capital, we need our own money, but my office is parked across the road from the Centrelink office in Ballina, and I know that it generates a significant amount of retirement income. So we look at all of the opportunities. So the upper threshold for a couple at this stage is about $840,000 of investable assets, excluding your house. So once your asset base is above that amount, you do not get any Centrelink payments. Now, from the graph from the website, the ASFA suggests that for a comfortable retirement, a couple requires $61,000 a year, or about $5,000 a month, to provide them with a regular income stream. And they're suggesting that a super amount of $640,000 is the amount that's required. So you don't need that $1 million, but $640,000 for $5,000 per month. Now, obviously, $61,000 as a drawdown amount of $640,000 is close to 8 to 10%. I would suggest that is unsustainable on an annual basis. In our firm, we target a withdrawal rate of about 5%, which means that we would be able to access, say, $30,000 a year or $35,000 a year, but then we would lean on Centrelink to make up the difference. Now, each area is different. In Australia, I believe that obviously the cost of living in capital cities is significantly higher than living in the Northern Rivers, depending, but there's a huge gap there between living in Byron Bay versus living in Casino or Lismore. So I guess the key component of this also is that each family, each couple are going to have different requirements. So I've just tried to offer this up as an understanding to provide you with a benchmark so that you get an understanding of how much you do need for retirement. So once again, it's been great talking to you. If you've got any questions, feel free to hop onto the anchor.fm site, search for Managed Money, and there's an opportunity there to type or record any questions that you might have. We would love to answer any questions that you have so that we can build up our library of questions and answers. Also, go and check out our website, evolutionfinancial.com.au. If you're looking at getting some advice or looking to plan a retirement whereby you never have to worry about money ever again. So once again, thanks, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Cheers.